Yeah, that's the default comp on Breeze since last champions before the change on the map. And the big difference here
No
is that,
Euro?
like, now the Cypher can use both triple wires
I
for
don't
itself
understand it.
if you want to shoot
Why are they
your
not
enemy
playing
side,
Euro?
for example, and that's where it makes KO even more important.
Well, it's the
That
rematch that we have
Waffles one
waited
is
for
sticky.
a whole year to see. The redemption
How do I
arc for
ban
Shopify
people?
Rebellion starts
Like, I got
here,
moderation,
but so
right?
does the battle for G2 to hold on to their crown.
How do I
Vancillion
ban
Potter,
people?
you two ready?
We are definitely ready for the rematch of the year.
We want DFL_VL7. That's gotta be a timeout right there, surely. That's gotta be a timeout.
So we're seeing Breeze again. We're seeing a
Do you think you can flame me? I'm in charge. It's like when you go to a comedy club and you heckle the comedian when he's got a microphone. Like, what are you doing? The guy's got a microphone.
The composition's coming out.
He's got all the power in the room.
Right before those Breeze map changes came in as well. So both squads absolutely have a good idea of what this game plan's going to be. And I want to touch on what Bazooka mentioned about these Cypher trips. The fact that Cypher can now be a lot more just greedy. You don't have to be that info sentinel. You can go for frags, absolutely. So looking straight at these two anchors, but Shopify, they're not slowing down. They've got full mid control here.
Going for kills are actually Shopify Rebellion. Looking for a mid to be split. The walls are coming out from Mel. Playing as
Nice
this
from
Viper, but the crossfire is just too good for G2 to start. Beautiful to allow Noya to.
I don't know why I kind of want G2 to win for
it
some
is.
reason.
Mimi's got a deep line, and that's a beautiful
Do I
shot.
want G2 to
A lot
win?
of damage onto the
No,
back of Sarah here.
Do I care?
It's going to have to come down to Noya. Sarah does have a recon dart. Hopefully, is going to be able to use it as some sort of crosshair displacement to tee up Noya here, but
Last player standing.
Nice opportunity, nice attempt. Sarah's pretty much pinned right there. Noya had to make the move towards spawn. Missing that fight earlier on versus Glance, but now they're just going across the arches. And
Noya
able to
wins
win
this.
that fight.
It's the
2
EU
versus
buff.
1, and you see Noya already pivoting towards this A site.
yeah, she's going to beat the defenders at that A, but on this crossing, as she's passing that yellow, KO's going to get that line, so
30 seconds
this
left.
is fast. G2 are reacting quick.
Knife was out. Managed to escape for a bit, but as soon as she crosses on the other side of Orange, though, Mimi starts things off for G2.
Such aggressive moves coming out here for Shopify, and I get it, right? You saw that Mel holding on to that Viper wand, using it at the last minute as soon as they got that
President
control.
down. President is down.
Good, but G2, their crossfire, I mean, this little
Glance
emo
on
spot
Sova, by the way.
is just such a strong position.
Something we've
when
not seen
you have a
before and
Cypher
already
backside.
impact.
G2 just playing those
Glance on the
crossfires
server.
very well, and it's a nice shot.
Woohoo!
From a camera to a bait and switch, tucking.
That's what you guys sound like when you do a Slug Club Hooray.
In that new little cubby that comes in towards that B site. But for this round, when you have a lower buy for Shopify Rebellion, they invested into a Marshall. Noise already pushing up towards the arches and lands a nice shot there onto Petra. Surprisingly, that missed, but that's a great opportunity for Shopify Rebellion.
Nemi's got the angle.
There
This spot's nice.
You can't afford to be missing those. Great
I
punish.
agree, Potter. I agree,
Fluorescent has a
Potter.
Marshall on her back.
Potter.
Trying to find these long-range jewels. Just trying to pop off some damage.
I've lost the plot. Thank Nix.
Not
Slug
so.
Club Hooray. 7 months of Slug Club Hooray for you. Mimi, just blowing someone's head off there.
Shopify Rebellion throw a little bit of a utility, but once
What's
again,
Roxy doing on
trying to
B?
leverage
What's
Noya
Roxy
on the
doing?
lurk. Isolating the 1v1 long
Get a
range,
one
but
shot, that's
Roxy
what's going
is
on.
just waiting towards the back of the pillar. So no opportunities
What
here
are
for
these
Shopify
trips?
Rebellion to
These
really
trips
try
are
to
slightly
gain some
weird.
map control, so they're all still staying grouped. They have
Trip
to
from
walk
here to
in and
here.
give their
I
position
think this
away.
trip. I thought it was like
Trying
round
to
here, but it's
catch
actually I
some sort
think
of timing
this.
here, get lucky, but G2 are playing this well, keeping those long ranges as much as possible, keeping those deep lines to really maximize on these
lines.
weaponries.
30 seconds left.
Slicing the A site. 3 players going to face off. Orange in the back of the
Oh,
site.
that
Finally
was
brings out in a great
the
opportunity to
timing on that
capitalize
was
for Shopify
unfortunate
Rebellion.
for G2.
40 seconds left on the clock, moving towards the back of the pyramid and safely.
We
will
got
flank
2
this fight
spits
because of the
and
wall
orb.
coming
No,
back up
Mel,
from
come
Yeah,
on.
look at how much utility
Mel.
these players have.
Spike
Mel can
planted.
quickly set up in a post, use her wall to be able to recharge that gas and maybe make it back into A main here.
Why are we not planting front and then just orbing?
already. Lance just looking to maybe do some recon, throwing it towards the back of the site. Roxy's also closing in.
Yeah,
We got
they
2
weren't able to
spits.
actually plant for A main, so Shopify decided to fight.
Walls down,
Oh, that's
double
nice.
flash, 1 for 1, but Roxy
But it wasn't
turns
good enough.
around. And that could have been a great round
Bro,
for Shopify.
I don't understand. Why don't we
continues
just
to
plant
be
front
really
side,
good in
use
the
the
clutch,
orb, put the
and
wall up,
G2
get at aim in, just use
close,
splits.
but they still get the second round.
No cigar, fans. No cigar. But
Is
you're
it 'cause
right,
she was
it
worried
so
that they're already
close.
up?
It came down
Right?
to that sound cue of the flash. You
I
saw
don't know.
Shopify melt. She started staring into the wall. She wanted that flashbang to come
Yeah,
through,
maybe
but
they're worried
just
about
the
flank.
timings are
It's true, it's true,
insane.
it's true.
As soon as she turns around, Cypher's already
Sarah
in
hit
her
a shot,
face.
to be fair.
But what an eco coming out here for Shopify, just working the map. And
They've
Noya
put
has
Sarah,
just been
Viper
so
on A,
deadly
like one of the
every
hardest.
single day,
It's
almost
pretty
looking like she's
tough.
better than the last, which is crazy
Sarah's
to
got a
say
lot
out
of
loud. But beautiful opening for Noya, but a good
Responsibility.
response here for G2.
Might be easier than
And a good
B
start
though.
for
Let's see how
Shopify
the game
Rebellion.
goes.
Look
Though.
at the bonus run that G2 has to work with. Only that
Carry
bulldog
knife
that
on
Roxy
link.
had on that
The
previous
money's
round.
horrible
Even
though for
Recon Dart this time
G2.
around spotting two as the
I gotta
rest
draw
of
the money.
G2 are
Money
holding
horrible.
shares. First contact won by Mel.
So the
Easily
round,
done. Roxy
even though they
has
won the
full hands.
round, it wasn't
a little
really
bit late
worth
on that
in the end.
fallback. You saw that dart getting so much value for Shopify, so much information, and they're not slowing down. The aggression is on. They know they had the advantage.
Utility is so great. Keeping one player still stuck towards the doors while the rest are pushing in.
Lance.
Hatch now being thrown out. There's that creep up. The rotate from maybe stopped by Sarah.
Lance is doing well.
The advantage is for SR.
That's doing very well.
Make that a 3 versus 1. As Sarah's the last one
Spike
remaining.
planted.
I like that her name is Sarah 2 for G2, so let's keep it like that because we are having a Sarah.
I'm not
versus Sarah in
drawing
this matchup.
Econ, I mean, I can't be bothered.
It would have been awesome if the spelling was with an H and without. Be like Sarah H against Sarah A. But, oh.
Why does
we have Sarah
Shopify
too,
play
though.
with
That's what I'm
mass?
saying.
Okay.
Because
That'll
BB,
work.
the whole of
And Sarah
BBL
Hill
have
just got
COVID,
spotted there by the
so
Recon Dart. So trying to chase after
I
the
would
kill
be
against
taking as
Sarah.
much safety precautions
She
as
loses the
possible.
mirror
I think
match.
on the
Yeah,
stage you
Sarah's
could take
better
them
than
off,
Sarah
like when you're
too.
sat down,
The
but
OG,
anywhere else I'm
the
wearing a
original,
mask.
some would say. But yeah, a great response coming out here for Shopify. Yeah, it was G2's bonus. You saw that they were only holding on to those sheriffs. Now we've got the operator in Petra's hands. They got caught last time with that dart flash combo coming out for Shopify, so expect G2 to do something about that dart, but they absolutely want to set up Petra here to find some sort of opening, and you can see
I'm
KO
surprised
is
they still
right on her
isolate
heels.
for it,
They're
though.
looking for
It's
a
a-
quick mid opening here.
It's a little
Flash to counter
strange.
back, depending on what utility is being thrown.
don't
There's a
know.
dash already activated, but Sarah was looking back towards the
Nice,
spawn.
Petra.
She was expecting for a flash to come out from the defender's side, and that actually she got caught for that. And now Shopify Rebellion are going to have less to work with when they want to execute within this B site. Recon Dart
I
being
don't
super
love
important.
having the server be the B
Shopify have
anchor
been getting
with the
caught out on
Cypher,
this line
but
of sight.
I don't
so
hate
they're
it.
completely aware of that.
Grounded.
Oh, what a huge
Petra,
pick
these
for
are impact
Petra.
frags.
They're really rotating her across the map. So the first pick there towards the double
It's the kind of
doors goes
round
back
that
towards the net.
if you
The
lose,
second
you
one
feel like,
through.
oh my god, what have I
Now
got to do
Shopify
to win the
Rebellion
round?
learning as the rounds continue to
Mel
dwindle
can
throughout
get
this
orb.
first
Can
half,
she, did they take
they
AO?
have to keep an eye out for this
She can
offer.
get orb and plant.
Yeah, and you can see
I'm
that
surprised
Noya
they didn't play around
can't
that. Like,
really
I think
take
if I'm
any more
Shopify,
space
I'm getting
because
this orb at
how
the start of the
wide
round,
open that mid is.
and then I'm hitting
Mel's
one of the
still
sites
holding on to
after.
this wall, and that sort of lack of information usually would keep the defenders guessing.
What do I
but
think
the
of the
fact that they're
removal of
down so
fools on
many numbers,
Breeze, King?
they can maintain that strong side and maintain
I
those
think it
numbers
makes the
towards here.
map
Hey,
potentially worse.
Shopify, they've got to find a pick here. Yes.
Makes the map even
30
more
seconds
simple.
When this wall comes up, probably the defender's one's going to come up as well.
But I do
Utility
like
still
playing
stopping
defense
them.
on this map.
Noya's
I get to
still
just
waiting
sit
for
in the
lane. The
halls
off is out, the
and
third
just
one within the
not
round
be
for
able to
Petra.
aim at people, but use
In
all
her
my
role as
Ito
this
from
Jet
here.
has been picking up the pace and working this agent quite well as the walls come down with 13
Last
seconds
player
left.
standing.
Like I play like
Unfortunately,
Mimi.
no
Like I just sit here
round game
all
for
round every
Shopify
game.
Rebellion, as even it turns out to be a prime gaming flawless for G2 early in his half.
Yeah, and I'm glad you mentioned Petra because, you know, we were so shocked on that first day when she did bust out this duelist role and that operator.
I
But
told you
man,
guys that
ever
G2 could
since,
win.
she's been warming
I
up
know
into
I know
that
I'm gonna
one
curse
round
it
where
now,
she
but
just ride or die dove in to break that killjoy ultimate for her entire team. That's sort of a sacrifice that you're willing to do for your teammates. It absolutely comes back around and scratches your own back. So Petra being fantastic, finding those opening kills, and she's completely ruined Shopify's
it's
play. I
around
mean,
this
they're
part of
gonna
the
be able to get a
game
couple
where
Guardians and a
SR
couple
can't
upgraded
start
pistols, but
thinking like,
not the full
they
buy
can't
that they
start.
were certainly
Oh,
looking
this
for
is
here.
the.
We got some traps being laid out within the site. Shot, big flash, Petra scores to
She's
fall
so
back, but out in the
blind.
open, Fluorescence the one that's able to get the pick. Roxy still holding within around the cages, couldn't get that kill onto her
Guys, you
opponent
remember when I
as
told you that
Alexis comes
BXX
in
were
for the
good?
trade.
And they did it 10
Advantage
rounds
for
in a row
Shopify
against the team I
Rebellion as
watched?
they move in and are still waiting for a plant. They are in a position to do it, but they just push out early. Now the pit's going to confirm the spike going down.
Let's see if Sarah.
That's analysis right there. That's
sniffs out
analysis.
Sarah, but no, Sarah's in such a ratty little angle below that window.
Spike planted.
Was such a broken buy.
Got the information though on Mimi, who throws a fragment within, right at the feet of Mel. That does a lot of damage
Last
through.
player standing.
Sarah, still playing towards the long B. Nice swing out from Alexis in the end from the pit. A trade-off here. You talked about a Laura buy. It's not a thrifty, but it was good enough to do that damage, take the site, and get the round for Shopify.
Absolutely. Absolutely good enough for sure. Definitely satisfied if you're with that one. I mean, this flash coming out here, it was just insane. I didn't even hear it coming at all, and I don't think Petra did either, so I think it was just one of those chunked it over the wall, and Alexis absolutely catches Petra there, and that's just a freebie. A freebie for Shopify to get that site open. Hunter's Fury now here for Sarah as well on the attack side.
4 on the other end for G2. An opportunity to fight right back and really break the economy from Shopify Rebellion once again, who are slowly leading towards his B-side. Petra winning just behind, gets the first pick, but Fluorescent moves in for that trade. Now the Hunter's Fury trying to ping.
That was kind of nice.
Could connect into
Did you guys notice that?
side, but the commitment towards B is there, and
He had the server come up here, fake pressure, made a knife coming over the top. Knife plus the drone. What did we use here? We used drone and recon. And then we just hit B.
Beautiful recon dart coming through though. That's gonna allow the Glance to come out with the Hunter's Fury.
Cool,
There's that wraparound towards the back of the pillar as Roxy's gonna fall, but not until Glance also gets a Hunter's Fury kill.
What's the deal with shocks?
A 3 versus 3. Plant goes down, and finally the rotate comes in.
And Mimi is on that flank. She's got full kit, full utility on her back, but Sarah is just in a better angle. Completely wipes out Mimi and just down to Glance and Sarah now.
Yeah, shocks with a J.
Gotta find some picks. That's good information, but Shopify,
Where is
how they're
Shocks?
reacting. They're responding. Just gonna fall back and just waste time.
I haven't seen her be on an advert for
Both
5
were
minutes.
spotted there towards the arches, and Sarah continues to be the one watching the flanks, watching the rotations. I mean, if you're looking in these post-plant situations here, Potter, we've always mentioned Sarah from Shopify Rebellion, those picks that she's getting on these aggressive flanks coming out from G2 quite early.
Yeah.
She
And
does
this
frag,
was a
doesn't she,
good
Sarah
response
frags?
coming out here for G2 because the
She has
other
good taste in
Sarah,
frag
over
movies
at
too.
Glance, really made
She was
it
watching
right
the
in the nick of
Counter-Strike
time.
Source
You saw that
Zombies
drone
frag movie
coming out. She
yesterday,
got
or
the
the day
tag,
before.
provided that Hunter's Fury, and that really opened up the field for Roxy. Unfortunately, she didn't get that line for the window, gets taken out, and that's just
But nice
how
calling
fast
there.
that
Nice little
B-side
BX
falls.
sec and then
Cypher,
fake A into BX
location
sec the
is
next
found
round.
and known. I mean, it's up to Petra and it's up
Thoroughly
to the
good
attackers to really
Valorant.
fumble and collapse on him, and that's kind of what happened to Roxy
What's
there.
this camera shit we're doing? We
Lots
keep
of
doing
aggression
this.
for G2 this time around. You heard the blade storms coming out from Petra, and they want to once again
Don't
regress
really
towards the control of
understand.
elbow. Look at the jiggles coming out from Noya though. It's getting pinged out. She hasn't really seen opponents yet,
Go on,
but she
Benny, you
does
can't
have support
hold
all the way
this.
back from spawn. Players ADSing on the side of Shopify, and they also get the first blood. But there is that support coming
Petra
through. Nice
again. Another
dagger from
big
Petra
frag.
on the top of the wall is going to land it right onto Mel, which gives G2 the advantage.
Sarah's doing a lot of good
Sarah's
stuff. Like, I
gonna
know it
use
seems
all
it doesn't.
the information that her teammates just gave over to her. That Cypher ult definitely puts a crux in
Sarah
her
looked
plan.
at A there by
Now she's
herself.
gonna stop, and Petra's gonna go try to sniff her out
3
and find
flank
her. But
with
3
Sarah.
players on the flank here. The
With
fact
Petra
that Sarah
kinda
and
containing.
Thor are pushing into spawn and really
Go
flipping
on,
the map
Petra.
once again here is. Give me the
It should have been good. It should have been good because it was
I got to show you guys the
Potential
last
once again
rule in a
aware
second
of
because
this
it applies
play.
to this round.
Null command now coming out on the attack for Alexis, not allowing utility to come through, but she falls unfortunately. So it's up to Fluorescent, star player. Players are low on HP. But gets
gotta show you
instantly
something.
traded off
It's
there
the
by
last
Roxy
rule.
as Glance falls,
It's
and
the last
G2
rule.
with the lower buy answers
It
right
applies
back,
to this
and I
round.
think this is a great testament to what we're going to see this whole series.
Yeah.
A back and forth.
The last
potentially
rule
a
is stop
series,
saying
but
that's just
no
CS
matter
experience
what,
every
we'll
time
see the
Mimi or
MasterCard
Petra does
tribute.
anything.
Exactly.
That
Just
was a
swinging
CS experience right
back.
round
And I like
right
how it
there.
started.
That was
All
a
4
Petra
members of
Counter-Strike
G2 really
experience
congregated
round
towards
right
these
there.
tunnels, and look at Petra. As
That
soon
was
as Mimi
beautiful.
gets that contact, as soon as the red dots start
The
popping
contain
up
on
that
C2?
minimap, she updrafts and gets herself a freebie. That sort of synergy is beautiful, and of course it's Roxy to just close things out for G2. You mentioned Advance. She's, I mean, ever since her
It's like
birthday,
you guys. I wrote
like
them
this
all. I wrote all
book
those
where she
rules
just
for
does
myself.
fruit punches.
Yeah, in today's world, they kind of like to celebrate the birthday week.
Yeah.
So Roxy continues to prove that she is a
You're like
pivotal
Skyrock KO
pillar
more
pretty
Breeze.
much
I
for
played the
G2
fifth.
on the site anchor holds and also on these retakes. But this time around, you saw that
played the
the
fifth.
Thrifty came out for G2, but Shopify still has money to work with. So an all-out for Fluorescent. They're looking for the mid-control once again.
Yeah, that's a good tag coming out here for Glance. Not only that, she was able to spot like 3 or 4 bodies in
Yeah,
here
her
as well.
awareness to. I
So
think
G2
she
have a really
she
good
might have
idea of what
communicated.
Shopify are gonna try
I
to
saw
do
some
into this
comms that
round.
like we're going that way,
Floor
and like
has
she was going this way.
knives,
The
Vance.
knife did make
Knives
it
and a
obvious
sniper
that they were
rifle in her
pushing
hand.
potentially here. But
Good
the
at the
awareness to
combo.
know
Yeah,
that she
yeah,
should
I mean, this is
contain this part of the map and not this part of the map
No
or during the
daggers,
fight,
but the
she made
up
the
is
right
good.
choice.
Unfortunately, it does not
And then the
connect
awareness to know
onto
that they could be
Fluorescent, but it
pushed up
connects onto
close
Mel,
and
so
not do
that's
anything
no
too
wall right
stupid.
now for Shopify.
Like she was
For
very
their site
ready.
take.
And then she didn't overcommit
That's
afterwards.
definitely gonna
She
hurt.
can
They
like
do
once you get
still
that
have
kill,
Moya's
contain,
single
wait
cage,
for these
but actually
players.
she just used it to block off that mid line of sight.
And I'm
And that's a
missing this
good
one
trade at
because I'm
least for
talking
Sarah.
about
That was
Counter-Strike.
everything.
Sarah 2 is putting the Viper, the snake bite right on the ground just to slow down SR's attempt to capitalize on
don't
that
have the
trade to try to
fifth.
push
No, they
towards
don't
the
have
A
the fifth, I
site.
don't.
And now it stops.
But I heard it on a
The
movie,
Molly is
so
gone.
I thought I'd say
The
it.
utility is being pushed in, and Glance is holding by the staircase. Spotted right now by Sarah, who now inches forward, back towards the rail, in front of Orange. Fluorescent is there just to bait out the kill.
Oh,
But the spike
nice
once
up.
again falls with 17 seconds
I
left
like
on the
it.
clock. It's now picked up by Fluorescent. They're going to play just on the
Goodbye,
outside of the
Sarah.
Viper's pit. Maybe trying to push in and try to get the pick. And we're jumping across. Sarah running out of bullets, but still just good enough to get the pick on the Sarah.
Ooh, if
5
Flora
seconds
hit
left on
that.
the clock. The right click classic. And now the tap on the spike. Petra's there.
If Florence
out in
hit
the
that
open.
one,
Fluorescent was just trying to get that
that could
spike
have been
down for a
kinda
chance
sick.
to win. But G2, they get it in the end.
What a response coming out here for Sarah. And
Thoughts on a
that,
tackle?
she was clenched that entire
Uh,
time. The fact that she drops that Viper's Pit as
I'm
Sarah
not sure.
is hunting her down.
I don't
around
plead the
that
fifth because I
cracked
genuinely
pillar.
don't know.
But what a beautiful
I think it's good.
opening
It
once
can be
again
good,
here for
but I
Petra.
think
She's just
some
again been warming up,
teams
warming
relied
up,
on
and
it
she's
too
not
much at
missing
different
any
points
of
in
these
Valorant.
shots.
One enemy remaining.
And some teams don't use it
Completely
enough.
controlling that
I think
connector,
Fnatic's a
and
team
man,
that borders on using it
feel
too
for
little.
Shopify there. They did everything they could. Sarah was trying to get that aggro while Floor was jumping around with the classic, trying to get that
Oh wait,
slide
Sarah's
down, but
British, right?
G2, they're
British?
responding well,
Bottled
using the
water.
stopping power. You saw Sarah too, busting
Go on,
out those
Sarah.
mollies, using that orb, and again, just using that stopping power to waste Shopify's time.
British.
They only had like 3
British
seconds
gal.
left in that round before they could even tap the spike.
Yeah, speaking of timeout, or time rather, it's a timeout called by Shopify Rebellion, and I do want to emphasize on what you were just talking about from Sarah 2 with the utility she's using towards the A site.
But she's got the thing on her nose like I do. I got a little like thing on my nose.
Great players
I don't know what
and
it
great
is.
agents to do that stalling
Like a
and
little
stopping
bubble.
power if the one at the forefront being
Little
Mimi at the
bubble.
doorway or Petra wherever she's opting, if they
Was that
fall,
actually Zan?
the other two anchoring the sites are doing so
I was gonna
good
say
to
it looked
hold
like
back.
Zan.
They are, and this round, after this timeout, you know Mel and Effie's are cooking
you
up
hear
an
about
insane
Zan?
strat. But on
No,
the
it's not
other side,
Acme.
G2 Mimi, she's got the exact counter for Floor. You can expect Mimi to be holding on to that knife and also ready to pop this ultimate
Just
as
me or is
soon
Mini
as they get
kinda-
contact or as
I don't know
soon
what
as
that means.
Fluorescent tries to take any ground with
I
those
don't know what
knives.
that
So
means.
we'll see how
Uh,
those clever plays come out because we've seen these
what
mind
was
games
the-
before in moments just like this.
They're investing Fluorescent with a Vandal first. So if they get the pick, that's definitely
What's
the
the
jungle
Zan
utility
shit?
and a nice help. And they're just looking for that pressure towards the A side. There's that updraft, and catches her in the air. The
trap!
Flamestar comes out,
Oh, he's
and
starting.
Roxy has a beautiful kill trip to stop the plans.
I can't
of what
blame him.
Shopify had towards
Can't
this
blame him,
B-site.
to be honest.
No command now coming
You know.
out too, just to not allow Shopify to get any utility in the B
I
side
mean, it's
to
an
trade.
eco
They have
round,
to
so
fall
I
back.
like I didn't even know it was an
What
eco
a
round. I just
counter
could
coming
sense
out
an
here for
eco round, and I
G2.
just don't care.
Didn't even get to
Just
shoot
don't
a
care.
single bullet is Fluorescent
give me
before
gun
she
rounds
gets taken
only.
out. And all 3 members of Shopify,
Like
they
I
have
saw
no choice
Mimi's
but to
used the
just stay
KO.
grouped. Sarah has a drone, so maybe she
Don't
can
know
drop
why.
that Guardian over to her teammate, try to find
But
an
it's an
entry
eco round. Who
tag,
cares?
and punish. But look, 3 defenders still on this B side.
Am I
for
in
G2.
London on Sunday?
That Vandal's far out of reach,
I
just
think
at
so.
the entrance of that B site.
I
That's
don't
what
leave my
the
house,
strongest
so
weapon they invested in right now, so they have to
I
count
probably am
on
in London.
Sarah trying to get the entry. There's a knife that's going to stop the utility for a bit. Beautiful wall bang to start things off for Shopify Rebellion. That now initiates Shopify Rebellion's push towards the site. All three of them towards the ladder. Nice headshot of the Sheriff from Alexis, evening up the tally. Glance is turned around the corner, drops the spike carrier, and also Mel with a spray transfer. And it's up to Sarah once again with the Guardian. Still inching towards the back of the site.
Enjoy watching Glance
Sarah
play.
2's just around the corner, jump spots her. And now it's the lineup.
What's Petra doing? Why is Petra just walking by? What's going on?
But there was a chance there for Shopify to bring it back.
There was, until Glance showed up. I mean, I thought for sure Shopify
Petra
did
just
enough
out there scoping
Alexis
in.
Deagle just
She's
whipping
using
out,
her
getting that one
binoculars. She's
tap,
just like
but
looking around,
Glance shows up and she says
looking
she's had
past
enough.
the enemy.
Wipes out the 2 and even
She's
the
got a big
timing in this
telescope
ring
there.
around the Rosie sequence that happened between Sarah
Oh, there
2
we
and
go.
Sarah 1
It looked less ridiculous
was,
on her screen.
incredible, but yeah, G2.
That's that.
You can see why they wanted to pick this map coming
What's
into
it
this
called? I don't know what's
series as the first.
And it's the first time they ran into that.
Alright, Ryan, I'll take a look
that
at it.
trap that was placed by Roxy. So still,
Oh, Petra.
Shopify Rebellion, all they have to do is continue to try to learn how G2 is currently playing. So really, on the
Guys, let's be real. Let's be real. I saw into the future. I saw into the future.
Yeah, these first bloods are
Saw into the
really
future.
making Mel's
21st
job
of
difficult and
November.
all of Shopify's job
The MEA
difficult.
player will get your
You know,
VCT
that
Championship
flash dart
MVP.
combo that we
I
saw
saw
just a few
into
rounds
the
ago that was able
future,
to get those
guys.
pings. Maybe Shopify resort back to that, but
Christ,
Petra
and,
has
I
had
almost
free
didn't get
reign on this
watch
map
party
so far.
permissions, and I'm literally. What's the person who sees into the future? What's the program called?
Mel on the other end.
I'm Raven. I'm literally Raven.
Sarah 2 just around the corner.
Spike down
Bro,
A.
Sarah
We can't take her
2's.
down. It's just Noya once again by herself. Can't really activate her lurks because her teammates are falling down towards the take of
That's
this A
so
site.
many.
It's a full roster against her. Mimi's just waiting there, greeting her, and a second Prime Gaming Flawless comes in for G2.
yeah, the Viper, Sarah 2, as you mentioned, just playing that role to perfection right now.
The guy from Game
Dancing
of
around that
Thrones?
crowd
Nah.
killer,
We're
not
talking
giving
about
Shopify
Raven
any
here.
fair fights.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we
That's
always
so
commend
Raven.
Floor, we commend the individual
No Game of
prowess
Thrones in this
on
channel.
this Shopify side, but if
Lord
your
of the Rings
opponents
is
aren't giving you
acceptable.
the kind of duels
Game
and
of
the kind of
Thrones,
shots that
yeah.
you want or that you're used to, definitely going to take you a little bit longer to warm up into this and figure out exactly how you want to approach the next few rounds.
And as we're calling the masterclass calling from Mel yesterday when they played against BBL, you got to give it to Mimi this time around too. She's really putting the players at the right place where for Shopify Rebellion, once
What is that
again,
Molly?
they're trying
they're
to
whiffing
have
mollies
something
now.
with
That's how I need a
the
timeout.
Lorelei using their
If
duelists
they use a
at the
timeout, they
forefront,
need a
trying to
timeout.
get
They're
a pick
putting
with this
mollies on
Guardian.
roofs.
But we're pushing just right out.
Yeah, and I like what they're doing here. You saw that Noya is being a little bit more aggro towards this B main. It looks like she's
Sarah's
trying
just
to
pushing
find the
forward. She
cypher
does not
trips,
care.
Not gonna let Floor run into that
Here.
trap again here. But they've already been taken out. I mean, it's Petra again. Just on
They
those deep
need more than a
lines,
timeout.
finding whatever pick she wants here.
There was an owl drone that got a ping. The op shot missed from Petra. Reloading her bullets as Sarah catches her,
no.
but there's still Glance there to support. Alexis trying to come right out to
One
support as
enemy
well, but
remaining.
she's low on HP.
Spike down B.
And unfortunately, it just leaves Mel by her lonesome on a 4 versus 1. Nice ADS on the first one. The information.
I don't know how they knew to pick
Breeze.
Breeze.
Saving grace as his
How did
wall
they
is
know
up
to
still
pick
in her
Breeze?
favor. She could
Like, what
potentially
G2
still
be
isolate
doing?
the 1v1 there. Just got pinged out though by a recon dart, and she has to give it the
I
site.
swear
but an
G2 like
opportunity
banned
for a
Breeze
backstab.
in the other games.
Opportunity.
SMG banned
Breeze
Breeze
after they
against
don't see anyone.
Oh, that's
For
it.
a few
G2
seconds,
have
that
been
sort of
farming
spider
in
sense
crack on
should start
Breeze.
tingling,
Both the
but now
teams at the event banned Breeze against them.
only
They've
4
been
points
farming
against.
Breeze.
Yeah, I mean they were waiting for it the whole time after realizing.
I think
that the time just ticks down.
since
Oh, okay, she's got it
since
gone
they
out of sight at
qualified,
that point.
I think they've been practicing like
Looking back
Sunset and
towards the
Breeze
elbow, look back
mostly.
towards the B main, and it's an easy pick in the end. And for a map here that G2 picking on Breeze was looking to be some sort of a comfort
They are aware
zone
of it
for
because
Shopify Rebellion as well, but they
I mean
are
SR wouldn't be
learning pretty
aware of
much
it.
how G2's currently playing round after round.
Writing those notes furiously right now as Effie's in the back room.
Third attention.
Yeah, trying to figure
Yeah,
that one out. But
in the finals
is
they'll
it.
get to ban 2 maps.
great ultimate on the board here for Sarah on the attack side, and it looks like they're going for that same play that they did the last time Sarah had ult. She's gonna drone out
I like
mid
this strat.
as they take mid.
Fast A split.
First change of pace.
The knife in the middle of the site here, really
Aljo
nice.
coming out towards the A main, trying to get the pick on the top there on the North Bridge. You got the tag out to Sarah too, and she will fall finally. from
I
Fluorescent
can't help
pushing
but feel
forward
that
with the
SI
assist
would
from
have done better this game
Noya
if they did
finally
more of
has
that.
an opportunity to activate her lurk, gets the pick off onto Petra on the rotate,
Just
but
more
Mimi is
fast
still alive
ace
at this
whips.
doorway.
Yeah, and she's looking. She's hunting. That drone just spotted Mel, and the spike is on her back as well here. She's trying to recharge her gas so she can cross, but Mimi's not going to let it.
Thankfully, though, their neural theft thrown out by Noya.
Mimi!
And as
Come
Mimi's trying
on.
to jump away, Sarah is waiting right there, just by
Bruh.
the railing. Recon dart to clear towards the back of their orange, allowing Noya to pick up the spike. 48 seconds left on the clock, still plenty of time to work with here, and for them to just inch slowly, group back together for Shopify and get a plant. But it's a safe plant here. You can't really play it towards the outside E main.
Spike
Counter neural
planted.
theft out from
Last
Roxy,
player
ADSing
standing.
right away, and Sarah swings right out. Lance is now solo. Shock darts coming out towards the pyramid. Light damage onto Noya. They're just looking for the first contact, which will be Fluorescent. As Glance
Bro,
is
that
walking
is 6
forward.
crits. Because
First pick onto Sarah. Noya then is
she played
coming
too much
right out.
Counter-Strike.
So
You
beautiful
can't think
discipline
about
from Shop of
Valorant
Rebellion.
maps.
They start the bleeding at 8-4.
Yeah, and a huge way to do it as well. And hey, all it took was a drone tag, a Hunter's Fury, and a Fluorescent to get that entry. Not that hard, but G2 had a response
Ooh.
consistently. But finally, Sarah gets tagged, and finally, Shopify are
Wasn't
able
a
to
shot
get a
by Sarah.
post-plant round on the board.
Enemy remaining.
With
Sarah's
that,
kinda
we've seen
crisp.
Lots of rounds coming through here for G2, taking great control of the defense. We'll see if
It's
Shopify
nice to
Rebellion
see-
can answer back. So with that, let's head down to
I
the
think
stage where
Mel
Vox
looks a lot
is
less
standing
stressed
with
than
the
she
former
would have
pro
done
player,
last
Isla.
year in this position.
E aí, gente bonita, eu tô aqui junto com a Isla e olha, ela que é um nome super conhecido do Game Changers brasileiro, a gente vai falar tanto em inglês quanto em português, fechado? Hey everyone, I'm here with Isla. She's a really well-known name around our Brazilian Game Changers, and now we're going to talk a little bit about the match. So I can see that you're using, yeah, of course, Liquid, but right
Who
now
is this
we
person?
have G2 and Shopify Rebellion. Are you rooting for someone?
Well,
She plays-
I kind of
does she
have
play
a
for
crush on someone, so yeah. I am. Let's go, G2. No, I'm just kidding, but if she's down, I'm down too.
Ok.
Bro, the
Gente, eu
Riz.
perguntei pra ela, né, se ela tá torcendo
Riz.
pra alguém, afinal de contas ela tá trajada de Team Liquid, mas
Like,
ela
doesn't
trouxe
Roxy
aqui
have-
uma torcida específica pra Roxy. Falou que é a
Isn't
crush
Roxy
dela e já
with
tá
someone?
oferecendo até beijo, né, Isla?
Estamos aqui.
Yeah, of course. Well,
I need
do
to
you
get
want
some
to say
tattoos or
something else?
something.
Keep calm do DL. No, I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
That's perfect. Okay, yeah, let's do the
I get
L.
tattoo
Ela
a
disse que
beard
vai
on my
fazer o
face.
L, então é
And
isso,
that's what I
meus
need.
amores. É com vocês. See ya.
Face tattoo, yeah, I get 2 tiers for the trophies I
Have
won.
G2 take the helm and they've been controlling the defensive half with the positioning from Petra, on the op. But this time, with the way that they're playing, I feel like they're going to set the pace too on the attack. Shopify Rebellion, they have to try to react and try to fight back
That's
quickly
rule
here.
5.
I think that's the key word, man.
Come
is
on,
the
come on.
react portion of it, right? We're swapping sides.
What
and
else
now
are they gonna have
Fluorescent
it
is
of?
gonna
I got
have
nothing
a little
else.
bit of breathing room. I usually say swapping to attack, you get to control the pace.
Slap
But
on my
Breeze,
ass.
It's just a funky map. You don't have a lot of options on the attack side. I mean, especially with the changes.
I
in
did say
Hog,
to Sliggy when we
especially
play
with the
ranked, we
changes
should
in
do,
mid. This is an offers
forfeits.
playground on the defense. We just saw that for Petra. So
Like
I'm
whoever
expecting
ranks
the
that
exact
least
same
should
thing
get
as we swap
has to
sides
do a
here for
forfeit.
Fluorescent,
The
and
idea of me
got
having
to
to tattoo
highlight
my
Noya.
ass with
Noya.
slug
She's
is
been that
kinda
raid
funny.
boss for the past
not a
2
chance I'd
series.
ever
So
do it.
now, this is her time to shine on those defenses.
Unless there was like
She's the one at the
significant
point,
money going
already
towards
walking down
charity or
towards the
something,
middle
I am not
behind the pillar.
tattling a slug on my ass.
Spraying through the poison orb as the rest of G2 are just rolling forward towards the A site. Trying to answer back. Roxy now is playing the responsibility of what Noya was doing. Now on the backstep, though, it works out for Shopify. Snakebite does get the kill onto Fluorescent. Oh, a nice dink out for Petra onto Mel, too.
Where did the
But lower are the
spit get a
HP
kill?
of Shopify Rebellion as the action slows down. And look at that rotate.
Was
going
that a
all the way
spit
back towards
under
the B.
here,
Well,
I
the
think?
plant is
Yeah,
Mimi.
Mimi, she's going so fast over there. She's gonna meet up with Petra. She knows the entire site is clear. But Sarah too getting picked there, that's gonna hurt.
That trip just got broken.
Do
And
we
they
not
still
plant
need to
open?
find out where Petra's currently hiding for Shopify
Spike
Rebellion.
planted.
Yeah, and Shopify, because they're so low, they're all sticking together. That knife catching only
I
one
need to
player,
watch that
that's
back. I
gonna
didn't really
confuse
understand
Petra.
what's going on. Fast A split cancelled into B.
All they gotta
How
do
was
is
our
just
jet in
hold
T-spawn,
back,
bro?
wait for the other angles. Petra gets a nice first pick there from the arches all the way towards Noya. Now the knife being thrown, they spot the player back
Mimi's
of the
done a
site,
boaster.
especially with that recon dart. So it's a
Oh my
2
God,
versus
Petra.
2. But again, the health advantage is coming out for G2.
Petra
Petra's
just
still playing
runs
around
in?
the pillar. Unfortunately here, the shots are not hitting for Sarah.
Guys, I
And
gotta
G2,
say
they
it.
get the second
You've
pistol.
gotta
And that
say
looked
it.
Easy, that
You
looked
gotta
clean,
say
but the
it.
beginning of it could have been a disaster.
Maybe in Petra?
I don't know how Noya's shots. No,
You
I think she
gotta
shot like
say it.
24 ghost bullets through that mid. None of them landed. It's just unlucky, especially because that choke point is so narrow and so small. And look at Petra here, just wiping
I'll
out
be honest, I don't
Mel
really
there
get the
on
dash.
the stairs.
I don't get why Petra's over
Beautiful
peeking,
gush
but I gotta
as
pretend
well.
it was good.
So dominant coming out here for Petra.
They are definitely hyping each other up there just behind their positions, supporting each other too throughout this lead that they're currently holding against Shopify Rebellion. G2, understanding the lower buy that we have for Shopify Rebellion, has a very passive setup. 3 of them all the way back towards the spawn. 1 trying to find information towards the shop, but the camera is watching mid. For Shopify Rebellion though, they want a gamble stack. They have 4 players within this A site. A solo play towards B that watches up towards the net and from B.
And I really like what Petra's doing right now. She's holding and maintaining that line of sight deep on that B, trying to catch anyone that tries to early rotate to help their A site players. You saw that G2, they wasted a drone towards there to get even more information, but because Petra saw no one, they're all regrouping back with her.
Shopify Rebellion are trying to push forward. The trip is going to spot the 2 players rotating across, at least one of them being Sarah, but she's supported by Mel. Noya just got suppressed.
Noya looks
Martial shot missed.
aim
And
looks
unfortunately, the
incredible
other
at
shots
first.
do not connect either.
Unlucky.
Petra is such a beast. Such a beast. She noticed that her teammate was right on her heels, so even though she missed, she just wide swings to get and tee up her teammate.
Oh, Slug Club
Beautiful
Parade, did I miss one?
mechanics coming out
So
here
some
for
Slug Club
G2.
Parades going on? Or is
G2
that
can't
not?
even
Are you
get
just...
anywhere.
Oh,
They
yeah,
can't even
Jolly.
get through the tunnel. Trying to open up the B main at least, but there's 2 players on the high-low.
Thank you, Jolly Pyro. Thanks for gifting more money to Sliggy. Like, I don't know where you got all this money from. I know you haven't got a job. There's not a chance you've got a job.
It is, and especially because Shopify weren't able to secure that pistol, the money is all sorts of whack. That operator I talked about in Florescen's hands
Say the
is
name.
delayed. It's
Am I
gonna be
allowed to say the
majorly
name?
delayed.
Like, just
Only
say the
with that armor
name.
now. At least though,
Say
this is
the
where
name.
Shopify on paper should be able to
Okay,
stop the bleeding.
guys, I'm not as stupid
or
as Sliggy
without an
though. Like,
operator.
why would I say the
With that
name?
prime gaming flawless for G2.
Does he pretend he doesn't know what the name means and he's just farming money from you? You're his like pay pig, man. You got some weird fetish for giving Sliggy money and making him say silly names. Like, what is your life? Like, what is that? He doesn't say the crazy names. I mean, how crazy are we
It
talking?
is Sarah. 40. Use some utility.
I feel like I'd say,
Don't
like
have
on
too
my
much
stream,
left
I'd
to
be
get
happy to
into
say
one
anything. I don't really
Yeah,
care,
you
but
saw Floor started off at mid, but
I don't know
was
school. I just
bullied off
flicked
the
myself a
angle, now
chocolate fucking
repositioning
protein
towards
shake.
this B.
Yeah, I don't know where the line
She's
is.
just hoping that G2 rendezvous and regroup and re-hit towards back this B, but G2 are feeling comfortable. They have a lot of control.
That definitely could be an idea.
That's got me.
The ping's
Did
coming
he
out for
actually
Nestor.
did he fall for that?
So trying to inch towards that. Keep Noya in the corner towards that ladder. And jumping up is Sarah too, trying to take the control. Just trying to fight against that Cypher
He
towards that
said
B
it.
site.
Can
But
you guys
nonetheless,
link
if
me
this
the
forces
clip?
the push out towards B main, Florescence there, but instead, G2 are moving towards A.
Good response. Good utility coming out here for Alexis. Trying to buy time. Trying to create some kills for Mel.
That double flashes and works out for 2 kills from Mel. Alexis there for the support right after. The high-low
One sec.
hits and the top of that across bar is good.
I'll watch after I pretend to do some
Now the
analysis.
rotate comes across for Shopify. Roxy and Mimi pushing up towards the bridge.
Okay,
Cavalry
let's watch
was
now.
already rotated across from that B towards the A
Getting
site.
set up on these
Mimi stuck in a
lines.
clutch
That's what
situation,
they need to
holding
look
with the
out.
Guardian. Hit by
Getting
camera,
set up on
forced to
these
break it,
lines.
allowing
That's
Noya
what
to
they
just
need
push
to look
through and
out
get
for.
the
Mate,
kill.
what the hell is what the hell is
Supporting
dildo?
Zero.
Oh, okay. Do you know what? Striking me when I'm at 15 hours of streaming, I respect it. Honestly, you completely own me. You can take it. You can clip it. Respect. Honestly, this is where all of that stuff's gonna work. That was good.
Even like that retake protocol coming out here for Shopify. Noya never opened know, Noya
Oh, it's
was
done
going
me.
to be, but she left her cam back at that crab's pillar. And as that spike is getting planted, that's when she pops it. Clever stuff. And that's exactly what you need if you're Shopify. You've got a lot of rounds to build up back into the second half.
We just mentioned that Prime Gaming flawless, so the money was still really good for G2 from their bonus, allowing a knock to come out early this round, and I don't think Shopify were ready for that. Fluorescent falls by the way of Flash.
He's so stupid, man.
Petra wasn't affected by it, but their shot still missed. Now a Snakebite forces her to push forward. Sarah's now getting lurked by Roxy. Alexis trying to trade it off.
Trying to watch the championship game.
But it opens up now the A
He's
site.
such
They
an
pulled
idiot.
everybody from the outside site to the middle, and an opportunity for them to push up towards his teammate.
Yeah, and even though that Cypher ultimate comes up, as it does,
It's the
Sarah's gonna
dejection
drop
in
her
his
by the
voice
wall.
as well.
It's gonna allow G2 to stay
15
across
hours
because
straight.
it's just Mel here. No flashes, and she's blind.
Flashes came out right after, at least for the attack. That was Mimi throwing that through. Mel looks like she was expecting for that to stay up the whole time.
That's so good. Bro, it's the dejection in his voice when he says I've done it 15 hours.
Trying to push forward.
Oh, you guys have killed me. You've killed me.
Hearing a bit. Al Jones coming on the attack to support. And while Alexis was looking towards the air to try to break the drones, Mimi swings out for the kill. The last player remaining, the off peeks out.
I can't, man. It's like when you're at school and like something that you're not supposed to laugh.
But couldn't win that duel. And G2 are showing a very one-sided map to start things off with Breeze.
They are. They really are. But Shopify are kind of playing G2's game as well. You know, how many times we talked about Fluorescent not finding those openings, but Petra, because she's on the defense, finding those openings. But she swapped sides, and again, it's Petra finding another opening. And this time it's on the back of Fluorescent, but that was just an easy frag that she gave up to Petra. Just wide swinging mid, no flashes, no nothing, no utility. And Petra will take those all day. You know, that's exactly what she's hoping for. So for Shopify side, you know, we need to see a little bit more of those layers
that's
that
the best laugh I've had for a while.
And right now, for the second time out, the last remaining for Shopify Rebellion, there's definitely no thumbs up coming out from Mephies.
Because I like the fact that I'm trying to be like smart and reading these names. And I don't think I've been caught by any of them really. It's like he's just like just not even reading.
It seems to be probably the first option.
Yeah.
What can you do here now knowing how G2's been taking his mid control?
Yeah, it has to be the first round, or rather your first option that you gave, right?
11-5? Jesus, what's going on?
Rounds, and you've got to start
Shopify getting...
on that comeback.
It looks like
right
Shopify playing against someone else that's not G2.
Expect a full investment coming into this. Not close to any ultimates, and I mean, Petra, she's going to maintain and hold on to that operator. Because why not? She's got the knives. She's been finding openings every single round.
I'll be honest, Sarah, I've missed this
Sticking
completely.
and trying to find a pick on a laser
The chat just linked
rotator
me
towards that
a
side.
clip of Sliggy reading something out that he shouldn't have, and I spent the past 4 rounds crying with laughter. I have no idea what's going on.
But it goes back to a default position. And same thing for G2. It's default, starting things off with 3 players looking out from cannon towards the front B main or a push towards elbow. Or they're just hoping to see a peek coming out from Shopify Rebellion that Petra could punish from the window.
Alexis just waiting for a sound cue to try to not allow Glance any space with that drone. Just wants to have a response.
Yeah,
I think Shopify, you know what, fans? I think if they were to come A, Shopify would just full on fight as they came out, but unlucky for Shopify. Strong side is A, but most of the
G2 not really
all
taking
of the
middle
members
much.
of
It
G2
feels like
are planning their B exit
I know
here.
that I think they're worried about the low guns, the low by guns.
But from this B site, what do you really have? It's Fluorescent with a Vandal. Some trap kills being set up, at least from Noya on the other end, in case Mimi wants to pick up an orb and go for the ult. But instead it's Petra that initiates the entry at 1 HP remaining. Fluorescent holding towards the back of the site. Nice shot from Sarah come through. The wall bank does not connect from Fluorescent, but does get that second one though onto Sarah too. Mimi pushing towards the back of the site, but Fluorescent
I was about to say Flora's not like popping off like that, but then she just killed 4 people.
Allowing to rotate to come back from Shopify Rebellion, leaving Roxy alone, picking up the op. And here we're about to see potentially a 2-1 swing or a contact out from Fluorescent once again.
G2 have been playing well, Sarah. I think they've been playing well.
You can see now with the time dwindling
Petra
down,
was
they wanna save the
just running around with a
Yeah,
look, killing
smart call,
everyone.
Smart call for
Like
Roxy, especially
even when
with
they
how
went to like Sarah's
successful
usually the
Petra
player
has
that like
been with it. A weird entry pathing, I gotta
can
say,
get
for
killed
G2.
the
I'm
most
not
on
sure if
defense,
Petra
I think.
mistimed that or
Like sometimes
if
she
she
gets
wanted
like
to
run over a
updraft
bit,
first,
but
then
even
dash,
Sarah was
but
just like
you saw
killing
that she
everyone.
dashed, then updrafted, and there was no smoke, and that flash didn't help her.
Mimi
That
and
was just a
Petra
free
just
kill
admit
for
doing Mimi and
Fluorescent,
Petra
so
things
a bit
too.
of a luck
And Glance
for
looked really good
SR
on
side,
solo,
at
to be
least
honest.
that
Like
G2 fumbled, and
she was doing some work
round
on
just kind
solo.
of falls into Shopify's lap here, but hey,
Slug Club hooray!
you can't be
He'll
perfect, and if you want to start mounting that comeback, you take those if you're Shopify.
We'll definitely take those. But it's not over yet for the amount of pressure that they're going to get Shopify
I don't even
this
get
time
this
around
one.
against G2. We got 4 ults available now.
I don't even
for
understand this one,
the
Jordy.
attacking
I'll be
side
honest
of
with you.
G2. The op's still out for Petra, who's looking to look for that mid-control pick.
But Slug Club
Knife being
hooray!
thrown out to find information, and with that orb being thrown towards the door, this is G2
I'm not
looking
saying
for
it.
control towards middle. SR doing the same thing though.
Yeah, you know, I like it. They didn't get spotted at all the last time around, and it seems to be some sort of weird, funky trap play that they have
On
and
A,
have
yeah.
confidence on. So
Why you say, guys,
barely
come on,
spotted.
come on.
Fluorescent once again jiggling out.
You
towards
can't
the
get me
tunnel.
to say
Does get the contact
obvious
of
these
one player.
next
He
ones.
just wants to fall back and watch the main, while the responsibility is now going to be on Sarah by Berlin.
yeah, G2 are doing such a good job with this misdirection, just showing a body in mid and keeping Shopify guessing. Did anyone cross? Did anyone not?
The same setup is to try to counter once again that null command that's now available for Mimi.
Look at Roxy.
Al Jones looking through, and Roxy's pushed up all the way towards Berlin, catches Sarah off guard, and throws a null command, and no time he comes out from Fluorescent. Now just swings out towards the ladder, but Sarah's there for the pick.
The economy's not been good enough for SR to get floor.
Through the cage. Close range there with the shorty. Nori gets picked off the rotate from Petra. And things are looking good for G2 on the pulse plan. Even a setup for a Honda's Fury if they wanted to. Actually, Glance is just holding towards the pillar. She already has players around her to watch a crossfire, watch any type of pushes out from Shopify. It's gonna get difficult here once again. Alexis meeting up with Mel, both of them by the tunnel. Glance still holding the angle by the pillar.
Ooh.
A shot miss, but that's a perfect bait here for
That's
Glance.
the first
Doesn't
like
get the
big
kill
miss
on
I've
the
seen
Mel,
from
though.
Petra.
Underhand flash now being thrown.
She's
Waste
holding
on the
this
clock.
angle
Alexis still
awfully
has the full
close as
kit.
well.
I'll continue on that KO. But unfortunately couldn't use any of it. Petra is waiting there with the op shot. Mel answers right back. Nice flick there onto
Jesus,
Mimi.
Mel's crisp.
But there's no time left. Sarah has the distance.
Like,
She's not going to be able to pick up the
I don't know
either for
why,
Fluorescent within the
but
next
my
round.
intuition
And
says that
G2
like instead of
is gonna
holding
be a
from
match
here,
point on the first
this
series.
angle,
What a round
I'd rather be
coming
like
out
slightly
here for
further back.
G2. I mean, the whole time, the way they were
Can't, I
dissecting
don't know
this
if that's
map,
correct, but
I
like
was paranoid. If
that's
I,
what it
and
feels
I
like
see
to
the
me.
whole mini-map, right? So it's just the fact that Roxy was able to just rat her way past this half wall, somehow, some way make it and find an opening without getting spotted. That is tough if you're Shopify, but
Alright, what did Petra
the
say?
moves
She
coming out
claiming.
here for G2, and you know that wasn't all just Roxy.
She said like
right? You
shit
saw
on
the
these
drone
moves.
coming out of B
We've
main.
got
the rest of G2 are really trying to
12.
get
We
that
got
aggro onto
6,
themselves
6,
to allow those gaps
6,
for Roxy. So
6, 6, 6.
great plays coming
6
out here for
chances left.
G2. And
That's
another
6,
kind of
guys.
broken buy for Shopify,
That's
which
3
has kind of
times
been the
2.
story of their
2
defense
plus
path
2
so
plus
far.
2.
The Aldron
6
trying to get the timing
chances.
out, also with a flash
6
assist from
chances,
Alexis, but
guys.
Mimi was
6.
right there. And they were playing so close that Fluorescent wasn't ready. Never affected by the flash were the players out from G2.
Guys, what are you
as they
talking
pull up
about?
early
Why are you
here in the
talking about?
potentially the last round of this map.
Yeah, and you can see
Mimi
how committed
is
Alexis
Flora's
is to
mother?
this play. It's because the Viper's pick, she's trusting
What?
that Mel's going to be able to hold down the fort over towards that B. Got a flash in hand, so this is where Shopify make their stand. Alexis cannot let it be known that she's there in this spot.
They'll have to come down to the players in the back of the site to try to break that recon guard. The flash blinds Alexis. 100 Furies coming out from Glance. Does get the ping onto Sarah, but does not get the connection onto Mimi. As you talk about
So
Alexis'
Sliggy-
position,
Sliggy loves
unfortunately couldn't
this.
get the pick up, so she gets
Oh,
dropped.
Roxy, just
The
run away,
rotate
Roxy.
coming out.
Just
The
run
lure
away.
from Roxy, a 1v1 in that area, but we're still holding our ground on the A site for Shopify Rebellion. Petra
Petra
back with the
on
blade
that.
storm to
Nice.
answer onto
Petra
two of her own.
updrafted on this box
It's up
here
to
to
the
look it over.
IGL
Sliggy
of
loves that shit.
Shopify Rebellion to try to clutch a 3
Sliggy would be
versus
talking
1.
about this right now. I'd be like, oh, what, really nice angle there.
Trying to get a spot on the top of that wall.
Good angle.
Unfortunately, couldn't see anybody. Petra's just holding the angle.
do it in
looking
your
at the
ranked
doorway.
games,
As soon as
guys.
she walks up here, especially with the wall just being thrown.
There's a
Jake is
Petra
really
diff.
up
I
here.
told you the prophecy.
Petra, all
The
she has to
prophecy
do is
can't
wait
be
for Mel
undone.
to pop up. As she walks up, the up shot misses. An opportunity to capitalize on a couple of kills. Trying to look back to see if Petra's going to re-swing on the other angle. But she does it
GG's
instead,
guys.
G2.
Let's get your GG's in the
A
clap.
dominant first half.